And we're live. Send out those notifications. Howdy, hey pup. Welcome, welcome. You know, let's make sure we have Chandle and Scrandle open preemptively. Delightfully devilish jelly. Excuse me. This way, I can actually play Tuesday's Scrandle. Let's get that daily ready to roll, shall we? There we go. Locked in for minute 0. I'm always locked in. It's one of my most notable qualities. Howdy, Maple. Good to see you. I'm gonna turn that fan down. It's a little annoying. Whenever I finally make it as a performer, and I get an ego, and I start being really rude to the people who come to see my shows, I'm gonna turn down that fan because it's getting a little annoying. Howdy, Errol. Good to see you. Did I take my medicine today? That doesn't have anything to do with the jokes I'm making. It's for my Crohn's disease. Hold on. I forgot. Oops. Well, nothing like a little 4 p.m. pill pop. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, am I right? Howdy, C8. Good to see you. That's just a little phlegm is all. Actually, excuse me, I do need to clear my throat. There we go. I tell you, potato soup before I have to do a bunch of voice acting, probably not the best choice. All things considered. As a recovering Left 4 Dead addict, I'm proud of you for not announcing where the pills are. Again, I keep telling you, that's not what activates my echolalia. It's not any of like the lines that you think it would be. It's just completely innocuous, like barks and stuff like here. Jimmy Gibbs Jr. Hey, I won't be sticking around since I haven't been around for a while, but I wanted to pop in and say hi. Thank you, Zatex. Always good to see you. Hope you enjoy the VOD if you end up watching it. More great Ace Attorney. I'm surprised. Wow, that's a lot of phlegm. I apologize, that's gross. I'm surprised that Sunday did not have a noticeable effect on my voice whatsoever. I'm getting stronger, I fear. And you should fear too. The weak should fear the strong. Hope you're all doing well. I'm worried that I'm going to have forgotten a lot of the voices in the meantime. I specifically went back to watch some Gregson, a little bit of the Gregson conversation just to make sure I remembered his voice a little bit. Gave myself a good, like, mental image. That's genuinely impressive. I was watching your VOD and you went ham on those voices. Well, listen, if I'm not giving it 100%, I'm not giving it anything at all. It's all or nothing here on the Jelly Channel. Which is to say that if I ever rear back a little bit, I'll sort of get embarrassed by what I'm doing, so I have to go whole hog so I can't not commit. You know what I mean? If I force myself to go all the way, then I can't back out. Man, I'm excited to get back into it, though. I think we'll probably reach the first day of trial today, I hope, assumedly. Hi, Flora. Good to see you. I've been running around a little today. Had to go up to the game store to see if they had a copy of Tomodachi Life. My brother wanted me to get him a copy of it. They did not have any copies of Tomodachi Life Living the Dream for the Switch. I think they were checking their stock whenever I was up there. So maybe I'll call later if I can and see if they have one, or I'll just stop in the next day. But that sucks. Is that a Chowder reference, or was Chowder referencing actual literature and I'm about to look completely uncultured? That is a Chowder reference. If Chowder references actual literature, then we're both fools, I suppose. But we're fools in shared merriment, I suppose. Pretty sure they sold out in most places right now. Yep, it's selling like hotcakes. Digital copies are nice, but I do like having a physical game cartridge on games where I can get them. Especially on the Switch, where you do get like the little cartridge. They're very charming. Guy who shorted hotcakes, I fucked up. So fucking stupid. Plus 2. That's so fucking dumb. Oh man. But yeah. So I'm excited to stream more. I was worried, as I always am after any amount of time away from stream on Sunday, that I wouldn't have the sauce, that I would have lost it. But turns out I really fucking like streaming. Like it's crazy. I don't know if you know this. It's a lot of fun to play video games like this. Being social with my hobby, really enjoyable. I like it quite a lot. So it's nice to be back, even if it was literally just 1 week away. Hopefully we can get a pretty consistent schedule going forward. Well, as consistent as I can be with a part-time job. Any plans on playing Dead Space? If you're talking about Pragmata, I don't think I'm gonna stream it, but I do want to play it now myself. I was planning on watching Joe play it, and I don't know if it's something with like the air in Pittsburgh today, but I really was not feeling the Snark engine. Something about the way Joe was talking about it, and I knew it was me just taking it the wrong way. I was just a little fucked off. So I was like, probably not good for me to watch that. I'm not in a good mood to watch it, but the game looks cool, so I guess I'll have to get it and play it myself. So I'll probably be playing it myself in my own time, not on stream, because I don't want to add any more stream games to the catalog. I was thinking of asking you if you're taking game requests, but I saw your backlog and you have way too much in your plate. Well, I do have, through channel points, a system of game requests. So if you have enough channel points, you can absolutely use them to get some of those. How do I close? How do I? Thank you. The backlog. This is something that I say a lot whenever people bring up how big the backlog tends to get. The goal of the backlog is not to complete it, at least in terms of like stream games. Like, genuinely, the goal of the backlog is the exact opposite. I hope I never complete it, because if I run out of games to stream, like, then I'm gonna have to find more of them. The backlog should not be completed. I'm not looking to complete every single one of them and then, like, in a timely fashion. Like, I want to experience them all in their own time, and in an order which feels satisfactory. You know? See, it's a scam. Hey, Merrick, good to see you, man. I do genuinely want to get to more of them. We're probably going to be taking a big break between Greatest Attorney 1 and 2. So that I can play a lot of games that are on the backlog. Especially some of those earlier ones. Thanks, Merrick. I'll make sure to use my points carefully. The backlog grows faster than it can be completed. It's never getting done. Yep. You can just make the cost cheaper if you run out, e.g. Allison. I could always do that, yeah. a great break. Not from streaming entirely, but just from, you know, between Ace Attorney 1 and 2. It's like the video essay scam, very common in this community. I think no, not this week, because I'm fucking slammed this week. I have obligations literally until I have to work again. So I'll try and carve out some time next week, because I've been thinking about multiple video essays. Scope creep has started to worm its gnarled fingers around the throat of the Mass Effect one. Because I've been thinking about it, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, I don't like how the Quarry and Geth situation ended up, especially in Mass Effect 3, where it seems to, where it Pinocchios all of the Geth, right? And then I was thinking about it, and I realized, well, why don't I like that they Pinocchioed the Geth? And more importantly, why did they Pinocchio the Geth? Right? Why did they make all the Geth real boys? And the idea that has sprouted into my mind is that despite it being a complete fucking swerve into a T-bone collision that kills both drivers of a narrative decision in terms of completely ruining everything that was interesting about the Geth and Legion in the Mass Effect universe, it does significantly line up with the core themes of Mass Effect and what Mass Effect believes is the greatest virtue that any human being can aspire to, which is personal liberty. From that lens, when we look at all the Geth becoming individuals, as opposed to being a collective, that is the greatest freedom you could ever provide them, because they get to have their own individual choices, and because in the Mass Effect universe, being able to make your own choices, fuck everyone else, is more important than anything else. Obviously, that's how a hive mind has to resolve if it is to be peaceful, and in congruence with the rest of the world. Right? A hive mind can't exist in Mass Effect because it is contrary to what Mass Effect believes is most important to existence. Which is being able to make your own choices. But also fuck Batarians. That's true! Also fuck Batarians. You got number 2 on the list, personal liberty at all costs. Number 1, fuck Batarians. Drop a Thomas Paine quote in there with the Paine attorney on display. Joe would have wanted to edit that way. Genuinely, though, I have been thinking about that a lot. So gathering footage is going to be a bitch, so I'm probably just going to use stream footage and say, fuck it, I don't care that much about getting extremely specific shots and doing match cuts like my Oshi Joe. But that's a story for another time. For now, we're playing Ace Attorney. Those who expect to reap the blessings of freedom must, like men, undergo the fatigues of supporting it. Screams for a Reaper background image. Alright, where were we? The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. The Garrotib's room. Alright, so we have these two. Abuse is funny when a woman does it, is the joke between these two characters. Also, she's fat, if you didn't notice. Their whole thing that's going on, though, is they're trying to keep up appearances in the society because he's not rich enough or, like, middle class enough to afford a maid. So he's having his wife pose as a maid to give the appearance that he has more money and prestige than he does, which is also why he's displaying all of his war memorabilia around, most of it being very middling, like a standard officer's uniform, a literal participation award, a non-functional cannon that's just sort of got an apron draped over it. I'm sure the 18th time she pours the scalding hot tea in his lap will be the really... That's true. That's true. I think that this fat joke was okay, but the next fat joke will be the really good one. In a galaxy of well-developed shades of gray among every faction, like the psionic succubus Death Squad, it's nice to have a simple evil faction like Batarians to hate on. It's cathartic. You'll eat your words when she pours the hot tea on him in court. Eat my words, will I? Even you? At 2, Boulder? At 2? At Tooth, perhaps? With the walrus emote? Plus Tooth. There we go, bringing it all full circle. That's 2 Tooth? That is 1 Tooth. Oh, I see. Minus Toothish chatter? Okay, I'm gonna have to... Sorry, I need to fully cycle the oxygen in my lungs real quick. I gotta... That's not voice actor air I was breathing before. That's jelly air. I gotta... It's these dash-longed winter nights, you know. Nothing to read in front of the fire. And luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material? For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt to... There we go again. We're starting on the version of the joke where they go, alright, this shit again. Really picked the perfect time to pick things back up, I suppose. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? I'm afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. It's a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. Paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. Bloody furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Garrida? Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Oh my god, damn. And all my favorite novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Is that a fucking Germa reference? Gosh. And the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite, book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Ah, yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. Poor man really did lose something dear to him. Oh, give me 1 second. I'll be back in a second. Hold on. Hi, sorry about that. I'm back. Man. I had to order a new credit card recently. And I did it last Monday, as a matter of fact. And it didn't order because of an internal error. So, called them about that today, and hopefully it should be here in 3 to 5 business days. Hopefully, which would be really nice. I would like to be able to spend money on things. Is it a BAT credit card? A BAT credit card? They gave him a BAT credit card? No, it's just a normal one that people steal and try to use $700 of money at Walmart with. Alright, back to it. Where was I? How do you even spend... That's fine. Anyway. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. Can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think? So at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. Oh, if Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Curious. Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo? What can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garridib's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that, although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were gonna say that! Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only 2 categories, those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours of the prison will soon be over. Oh no, is it that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you would like to take yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garridib. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Sasaki-san will be waiting for us in his swims, and I'm gonna have to give him an answer. Alrighty, we're on the move once again to prison. We haven't visited this place in a while, have we? Is this not... Did I click the wrong one? Or are we getting interrupted? It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Care. Oh. What's the matter? Looks like something's going on there in front of the Garridib's house. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen. I know Ace Attorney has some odd characters in spades, But I wasn't expecting the Jack specifically. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't fucking... What is this Lurf bait ass design? You hate his swagger? A little bit, yeah. I hate that his gems are mismatched. None of these are symmetrical. Oh, I hate him. I hate his stupid little ribbon, too. I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers.
Who are you calling, old man? You rum-looking
I'm sorry, Nimini Pimini? Fucking... What in the Professor Layton is going on? I'm sorry, are you a Muppet? What the fuck? Who the fuck are these guys?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Who's this Horatio fella? What are you on about?
Excuse me.
What? Who are you now?
I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see.
What, am I supposed to fucking officiate disputes in the street now? There's a time limit, Susato. We don't have time for this.
A lawyer? What?
If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law.
Fine. I'm on my way for today. You mark my words. This ain't over yet.
I'm sorry, what are you fucking striking a Ginyu Force? Oh no. Are there gonna be fucking 7 of you, each in different colored uniforms with your stupid ass colored blazer and your little... Oh fuck. Oh, that's absolutely what's gonna happen. Oh my god. Fuck. That's why he's so yellow. That's why he's so yellow. Fuck, he's yellow for an amazing reason. God damn it. Super Sentai Chimney Sweep Squad.
Get thee to a nunnery.
Oh, I look like a blooming nun to you.
I can't... Man, what a random fucking scene. I'm sure this won't be relevant.
I do hope you're not injured.
We sided with the rich person?
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle. Thank you.
What was that all about?
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
I'm not Horatio either.
Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garrett residence?
Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right! Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Garrett mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? He's starting to become the clown from Skyrim, Jelly. Fucking Cicero? Well, given his preference for Shakespeare quotations, I suppose Cicero would be a fitting voice, no? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor?
Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words ne'er could there be.
Sorry? Battle, did you say?
Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth?
Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. I see.
I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and the gentleman are acquaintances, at least. So, fair maiden, so, good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. Bye. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. Seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garrett house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. You know, the introduction of someone who's definitely related to the case usually doesn't happen until after the first day of court. Huh. Curious. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Imagine we never saw this person again, just some random British person on the streets. Well, we did get the full, you know, the full breadth of what Brits are like, I suppose. We got both ends of the bell curve. All British people fall on a sliding scale from Super Sentai Chimney Sweep and Jack of Spades. They're all between those two. Just a random Kickstarter backer character they had to add. The idea of Capcom needing to fucking kickstart the next Ace Attorney game. Anyway, it's back to this guy. Oh, it's you! You're here! You came! Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched! We're so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no, think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nipponese. Oh, now, let's not get carried away. Who? Oh, I quit it. Who? Nothing more reassuring. Oh, that's for sure, Van Zeeks. There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Oh shit, no, I was completely wrong! The vibes are much more jovial. It is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Oh, it's you! The miserable, rotten spy, Herlock Sholmes! Fucking... he fucking posed for it! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything, per se, save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. Ah! You! How dare you, Herlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life has been damned! What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? You know, the knower. The knower. Have you No, I already presented that to him. We probably do need to present. Do we examine this? Sum of 2 shillings tendered in receipt of the picture of Monsieur Lecoq. A meal for Gabriel? Canterbury Yearnings. Interesting. What do you think of this? We found this receipt in your room, Mr. Natsume. I feel like I'm looking at the stages of grief personified right now. Acceptance, rage, and of course, ballin'. That's 1/10 of a pound. Thank you. That's right. I went out to buy some new old books. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? And it was on your way back to your room that you saw the woman being stabbed? She's dead. I thought to myself, she's dead! My mind went completely blank. Before I knew it, I was back in my room, trembling like a leaf. Bookworm hoping to worm his way out of a bad situation? Sorry, did you become a fucking noir detective for a second there? Mr. Naruhodo. Please do be careful not to think such disparaging thoughts. Why can everyone read his mind in this case? How could you possibly know? Let us converse. Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no, why are you looking so grave? Making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? The knower over here. The knower! Jones, I see you over there trying not to laugh. That's disrespectful as shit, bro. You referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please, tell me! Summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words! No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. 16. Yeah, that counts. 15 if I don't think we're counting A as a word. But sure. It's a good one. Oh my goodness! Can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly! I mean, I don't think we're counting. A as a word is like, that's cheating. That shouldn't count. That's a letter. Well, I guess I also counts in some cases. Yeah, I'll allow it. Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGilded... What? I am impressed, Mr. Sato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Shaw, fucking 3 in a row for Ryunosuke, I think. Surely it can't be that, having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zeeks killed the man himself. Fuck you, Ryunosuke, you dumbass. You stupid dipshit. Really? Listen, I know that my cooking yesterday was like some high-level deduction, and I'm absolutely right because I'm a genius, and I'm the man that predicted the plot of VLR first try because I'm just so fucking smart. But like, why? You're stupid. You're a dummy. Stupid dumb idiot. It's not Van Zeeks. It's the government. Sorry, I sound like a conspiracy theorist. Hold on. Wait a second, hold on.
It's the government, like, actually.
Oh no, he couldn't have, surely.
You have some wonderful notions.
Sorry?
The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow.
Oh, yes. Why, of course he...
Like it's a job description. You can only be one, all right? You only get one class, all right? You can't multi-class from serial killer into court prosecutor. You get one. You get one of them. What do you mean they're coming, Jelly? What? What do you mean they're coming? Of course he is. Then why are you trying to scare me?
It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that?
The Reaper.
Van Zeeks is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception.
Oh, that's good.
Seki-san looks like he's gonna cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, Chikashi, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage.
Welcome, welcome, Raiders! Hope you're all having a good one. We're playing The Great Ace Attorney. I think we're just about to get into the first trial. Hope the Pragmata stream was a pretty good one. Hope it was a good time. You know, as a father of Chans myself, I do plan on playing it at my own time. But I wanted to play it myself, so I'm not gonna be watching those Joe streams either. Although I'm gonna be playing it off stream. Thank you, Henry, for Prez. Saseki! It's him, he's here! Welcome, welcome. Was fun. I'm honestly very pleased. Or maybe pleased is the word. I'm happy that Pragmata seems to be good. Every time I saw it, it was looking like one of those games that was like never actually gonna come out, like a fake game that was just never gonna release. And so to have it just release out of fucking nowhere, basically, and for it to be so universally praised is really nice. It makes me happy when a video game comes out and the video game is good and people like it. Generally speaking, I like when things are good because it allows me to talk about things that are good and fun and enjoyable. I'm fucking shocked myself. The craziest part to me is that it's like pretty universal praise. Thank you, Very Human Jelly. Of course. Anytime. You can always count on me to say the sensible thing, Merrick. It's quality slop. People only like it because it's good. Good is always better, bad is often worse. This is true. This is true. This is what... Whenever I'm playing a bad game, I just ask myself, like, why didn't the developers just make a good one instead? Right? Like, whenever you're playing a bad game, like, it could have been a good game, so why didn't they just make that one instead? Right? I think if I was making a video game, I would probably make it good instead of bad. Personally. That's just me, though. I know there are a lot of people over there, a lot of people in the world who would make, like, a bad game. And I don't think I would be one of them, honestly. Without bad games, we wouldn't know it's bad. That's true! Some of the praise is a little much from some reviews, but I'm kind of shocked at how fun the gameplay is. Also, Diana's adorable, and he was aggressively normal. Some of the shit he says is so funny. The little bit that I did catch seemed really fun. The idea of a world like that where the main character is just some fucking guy is really appealing to me. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I liked the naturalistic, incidental dialogue world building at the start of the game. All right, I like that they have two characters having a conversation, talking about how the really cool, fun, mega structure 3D printing works in the universe. I think it's fun. Is it heavy-handed? Yeah, they could have said it a lot better, especially because they say it in, like, the opening cutscene. It's like, yeah, it can build anything. And then they have that side conversation where they elaborate more. I think it would be a lot better and more natural in the dialogue if he just said the basic stuff of like, well, that's you know, nanoprint for you or whatever the fuck it's called. And then later on you can hear them talking about it. I think that would be a little better. But I like it. It's fun tech and it seems interesting. And so I will allow it. I can forgive them because they die immediately as karma. Hey, wrong Ace Attorney game.
That's Fimbulwinter for you.
But yeah, welcome. So Jelly, you like Junpei from 999 because he's just a simple guy? Dude, Czar, Junpei from 999 is not a simple guy. That guy's fucking crazy. There's not a single normal person in all of 999 or any of the Zero Escape games. Those guys are fucking nuts. Junpei is the most normal, I would say, but by no means is he normal. Carlos, no, you're right. I'm sorry, you're right. Hasaniko, I'm so sorry. Except for Carlos, of course. Not a single member of the cast of Zero Escape is normal. Excluding Carlos, of course. God, I fucking love Carlos. Zero Escape was a great time. Thank you, Pookeboy, for the tier 1 sub. 5 months on this episode of Jelly Channel. Eternal Attorney at Law. Carlos is a Chad Husbando. He's great. Alright. Back to it. This ain't your normies Great Ace Attorney stream. We're doing silly voices and play acting. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means that the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly is from time to time, my dear madam. It is the simple reality. It is simply the reality of the situation. I like that the reality is highlighted in orange, like, it's really important you understand this. Twitch keeps lagging on my end until now. What did I miss? Not much. We met two really weird guys who didn't get names, so they're definitely extremely relevant to the case later on. Probably like the core witnesses or whatever. Like, they argue at the same time underneath the building every single day. They got it scheduled into their little pencil books, like, oh, 5:30 p.m. go and have an argument with this motherfucker. Like, because they got nothing else to do because it's Britain in the 1800s. That's about it, though. We're going to see Natsume again, you know, to take him on as a client. I hope they let me have the option of saying no to see what the bad end looks like, because that'd be funny, but probably not. And that's all right. However, Shikashi, those indicted by Lord Van Zeeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. Though the adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom. Within months, they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever. Or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. This stuff sort of just happens, you know, you're in London, you might just get stabbed and taken by highwaymen. I love Van Zeeks' theme, it's pretty good. Oh, don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I'm gonna, for no reason at all, move the chat box over that away. because now it's perfectly around. You can see. That should work a little bit better as well. I think they tend to put more UI and character elements up in the top left. Or top right, rather. I knew it. I'm a dead dodo, done for, doomed! Streamer calling Susato short? Well, I'm certainly doing it more subtly than Ace Attorney would. I hate this bit. Why do you hate this bit? Alliteration is fun. What's not to love? When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garridub's house, I assume? Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain. But I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long, then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become very nervous going outside. This is probably my favorite European GTubers, Jelly. It's beautiful. Thank you! There are other variations to come, hopefully, if we can make it to court. I don't know if you've seen those yet. I've absolutely been enjoying this bit. What was... Hold on. Bumber Biff Teen, Burger Bing Blit Bettis, the Bass Bing Boo Bom Bom Boo Burger Bing Burger Biz Bumwins Blit Bungus, the Baz Bit Burns Bout, that Bite Bee Buppu Bit. I don't know why that's in there. That's there forever. I did that once. And it's stuck. It's stuck. Like a splinter. It's in there. This bag is going insane. Are you okay? No, sorry, I just said a hex. My apologies. Someone out there just got cursed in Twitch chat. It might not even be mine. It's meaningful and important. It sure is. They were always staring at me all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room. But even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your home then for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. So little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "Room is cursed. Oops." He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it's too late. So I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it! But if not, don't mention it in the first place!" Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean... sorry, I'm just... My bad. I just remembered a video I sent Boulder and Dolmec earlier today that's... It's talking about these AI slop videos that are talking about, like, summarizing what happened in a week with WWE. And apparently in every single one of them, at some point it'll just go on like a... It'll just go on like a 10-minute long breakdown where it just starts saying what over and over again. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. It's impossible to describe. Hold on, I have to find it. Here it is. Here it is. Let me... Can I turn the game down? 1 second. This is really important. Alright, let's turn that down so that you can hear what really matters.
Millions of fans are making right now. Can you afford it? Maybe. But do you feel like you have to be there? That's the question. And for a lot of people, the answer this year seems to be, not quite. The show will happen. The stadium will likely fill up one way or another. Like...
That goes on for like 10 minutes! It goes on for 10 minutes! In almost every single video! How do I find it to spread the brain rot to my friends? Let me I'll post I'll post it in the Discord. I'll copy it and I'll post it in the Discord. So you can see. Wait a minute, why? Well, I could also just post it in Twitch chat as well. That works too. That works too, I suppose. It's just, it's just what I think is happening there. No. Why are we auto-playing? Okay, Jesus. What I think is happening there is it has to use the acronym WWE a lot. Okay? Because it's talking about the WWE. It's talking about wrestling, right? So I think what happens is at some point, like, it just gets fucking garbled, and it sees WWE not as an acronym, but as a word that's like an intentional stutter. And it just gets fucking stun-locked and goes, what, and just goes forever. That's gotta be what's happening. That has to be what's happening. And then, like, by 3 minutes in, it's just like sloshing noises. It's not even words anymore. Where do the wet ham noises come from? That's what I'm wondering. You're really good at mimicking it, and you're not even a robot. Hey, there it's that good old echolalia up there, baby. It helps me with a great many things, none of which are practical in real life. Well, I say that, but it is probably the reason I can do so many voices. So I suppose it does have some practical application. Thanks, I'm gonna have nightmares of this. I think it's trying to emulate breathing and mouth sounds. That it definitely is, yeah. It has some breaths in there. So it might just be caught in a loop of, like, mouth clicks and stuff. Sorry. I'm remembering another one where, like, it makes, like, a scream noise, and then the rest of the audio for literally, like, 9 entire minutes is just, like, this bubbling, gurgling noise, and the top comment on the video is, like, me when I get boiled in a vat of oil. Okay, all right. Let me get a drink of water and recalibrate. I had to stop myself from going into a what loop there for a second. I just as a bit, like I had a very strong compulsion to just lock myself into a what loop. That's bad. That could become a vocal stim if I'm not careful. That can be really bad. Oh no. Oh no. Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. Oh, it's because you have a cat sitting on your chest, dude. That's absolutely. You have a cat sitting on you when you sleep. In my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits! If only there was someone, just one person on my side. And if only they could
give me their credit card information so that I could buy myself more suitable accommodations. I promise I'll pay you back.
I have an 18-pound cat and a 22-pound weighted blanket. I train my muscles while I sleep. Weighted blankets kind of rule. Weighted blankets are awesome. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really, no one at all. There's no way Naruhodo would remember a credit card number. He can't even remember his Yume. But that's true! That's true! In-character reason why he can't get scammed. Believe. Yes. To believe. To believe. Mr. Sholmes. Ah, me, Mr. Naruhodo. Pray, what can I do you for? Or do for you? About the case on the SS Boria, if you recall? I just bought some grocery store deli chicken nuggets and it might be one of the worst things I've ever eaten. Sorry, Toby. Hope your day gets better. Boria, the Boria. Ah, that case! The one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time, I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, where's the case? Why? Why did you believe in me? I see, yes. You mean... because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with a victim in a locked room. That's a crazy typo, Topi. Holy shit. Oh no. Oh god, Topi, no. Topi, no. Oh no. It's not a typo? That's even worse. That's crazy. That's an insane chat message. That's crazy. Ocelot, no. No! Anyway, well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said, I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you've misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those which I choose to believe in. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. Circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. Battler, he really is Battler. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment. Nothing more. Every time I stutter, I get scared that I'm gonna get caught in the loop now. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. True? Hold on. He's cooking? He's cooking? Meaning... whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, yes, he's right! He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! Whether or not I can believe myself. Defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. Believe in yourself, Ryunosuke. Actually Mia face shit right now. You were so right. You were so right. You were so right, Kazuma. So true. That's my Nendo. My ninja way. Believe it. Where's his big naturals? They exist in the theater of the mind. One does not need big naturals in order to be naturally big. Think on that. Why don't you? You were so right, Kazuma. So true. Sorry, allow me to borrow words from one far more learned than I. Bro has never heard of a binder. Hi, Fallon. Awesome choice for a first-time chat. Hope you're doing well. Happy to have you. Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Assumedly, we'll be paying, because you're gonna fucking dine and dash. Oh dear. There never is enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume. Dude, hitting him with two of the locked-in pronunciations. The Mr. Natsume. If you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. I'm sorry, Naruhodo, are you asking out a crush right now? What are you being so shy about it for? Do you want me to represent you in court tomorrow? Yes or yes. On a little note that he passed down to him, handed it to Shomes first. Shome hands it to Sasato. Sasato hands it through the bars. The main theme is playing. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was not found guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial. To believe in. The defendant, justice, or the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I decided that I must believe in myself above all else. Trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if that's the lesson you should be taking away from. I don't think. I don't know if that's the lesson you should take. I found out that through it all, I wasn't stubborn. I was right. My instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. It's imperative that we prove that in court. Naruhodo, I'm sorry, Ryunosuke, if you trust your instincts and that's what you need to trust above all else, then you didn't make a mistake yesterday. According to your own logic, you trusted your instincts, and your instincts said that McGilded was guilty. And so you acted on those instincts. You didn't do anything wrong. If that's your conclusion, you just absolved yourself of any wrongdoing. What are you talking about? What are you doing? That's fine. It's okay. He's a little stupid, and that's fine. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So, I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me, in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It'd be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout... Oh, of course, are we gonna get the fucking T-bit one more time? Oh! Oh! And we can just hang here forever. Stuck in purgatory for an unfunny bit that will never come to fruition. A fake-out punchline, which will never land its blow. If it ever could in the beginning. And that's the end of my story. It's the great Ace Attorney. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, what a shame. Mr. Sato. Yes? Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. Howdy, Kaylee. Good to see ya. What is that mythical object? A chalice that's never full? That reminds me of, earlier in the D&D campaign I'm playing right now, we were going into a big, like, tournament, right? And we wanted to give ourselves something that would, like, maybe give us an edge, like a little secret trap that we could you know, employ if possible. And what we decided on was that we had a bag of holding, and we had a familiar who could be invisible. He couldn't attack very well, but he could interact with objects and he could turn himself invisible. So what we did was we filled the bag of holding up with like 200 pounds of rocks, and then we had him fly into the air and just drop it on someone. Like, open the bag and drop 200 pounds of rocks on top of them. Like some Looney Tune shit. How did the DM make it fail? Well, it's rocks fall, so it's unavoidable. But no, it worked. It was awesome. It's got to be at least 2d10 bludgeoning. It was at least 2d10 bludgeoning damage. Are there any raw for how much damage that would do? Fortunately, I gotta go, but enjoy the rest of your stream, Jelly. Have a good one, Errol. Sad you didn't get to make it to the trial, but I hope you enjoy the VOD. One time I threw an explosive barrel at a boss before he started his monologue. Hey, rude. Rude. Are there any rules as written for how much damage that would do? I don't know, honestly. But it was pretty effective. He was annoying, so it was funny. I see. Excellent work, then, in that case. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me. Mr. Sholmes believes in me now, too. I don't know about that one, kid. It's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Seki-san has no one. It's all alone. It's my job to help him, to fight his corner. Tomorrow. I'm sorry, wait. I think you mean to fight in his corner? To fight in his corner? You don't want to fight his corner. You don't want to attack. That's your client. You want to fight in the courtroom. With all the strength I can muster. Wait a minute. What kind of summon can fly with 200 pounds of rocks? It's in a bag of holding, so it's not actually that heavy. It can just hold up to that amount of weight in objects. Because the bag of holding is an extra dimensional space, so it doesn't actually. Yeah, they don't weigh anything. So we just filled it up at maximum weight with like rocks and water, and then dumped it on them. 1001 uses of bags of holding. The only more useful thing is an immovable rod, which we also have. We've got the ready combo whenever possible. Can't you make a perpetual motion machine with 2 bags of holding then? Possibly? I don't know. It's D&D. Perpetual motion has probably been achieved a long, long time ago. Peasant rail. That's true. Peasant railgun. How's Forgotten Realms not had an industrial revolution? I think it just skipped right over. You put one into another, bad things happen. Oh, right, yeah. Big old explosive portal to the astral realm or some shit. The void dimension. D&D's fun. I want to play a warlock sometime. I'm doing I was a druid, and now I'm playing an artificer. And wouldn't you know it, as a guy who likes to tinker, artificer is really fun. I feel like if I budgeted my time better and didn't have D&D on Sunday, this probably would have been a better stopping point for case 1 or for stream 1, but oh well. Alas. We're back in court. Yeah, Eberron, that's the one you're thinking of. I want to play Warforged next time, maybe. Well, never expected this. Who would have thought we'd be back here again so soon? Ryunosuke, you're a lawyer. Oh my Christ. I really should screw those into the wall. Sorry about that. I have, like, little controller mounts on the wall, because I have controllers and I want to set them up and I want to display them. But the adhesive that they use is really bad, and so every once in a while they just fall. A smarter man would have stopped putting the controllers up there, but a smarter man I am not. Therefore, I continue to allow my electronics to be damaged in such a way. Anyway. We are on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible. Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court. It could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass. Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right. Is this Saseki? Good morning? I should have known. I should have committed. Ah, Mr. Natsume. Good morning. Oh dear. Are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. Oh my god, they really are bloodshot. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. Yes, I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink! Now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. While literary people take things so literally, the Short Eberron campaign is a homebrew pixie, and let me tell you, 5e doesn't really have the tools for tiny player creatures. Yeah, it really does not. If you're anything other than medium, things get strange. Sasato pulled neutralize on his first turn. Venzi's gonna be real weak this trial. We got him. We got him on the ropes already. Saseki would not still love you if you were a worm. Oh no. How tragic. Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. I wish I had 9 lives! My whole future hangs in the balance! I'm too terrified to tremble! Really? Because I can feel tremors on the floor. I can't do this! I can't take it! Although, locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Yes? I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. You know why that might be, Miss Sasato? Is he forming letters with his body? Is that what he's doing? That might be what he's doing. I don't know. It's possible. I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea. So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it? Don't hide the truth from me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Lord Van Zeeks? Is that right, Miss Sasato?
purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one. I knew it! Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in the court, it seems. For several years now, in fact, the day before yesterday. Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? I knew it was going to be a flashback. I knew it.
Trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeek's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus.
Trial of Magnus McGildy. What a harrowing experience that was. I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's. I couldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country. Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking. They're all speculating various answers.
Mundane? Mundane! It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us!
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
Well, lest we all forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Welcome, student
Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
It's you!
Me? Well, I suppose that's true.
Both times, it's you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper! Please, don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers!
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It would only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
Thanks for that. Seems like common bad luck, really. Oh, this is just my luck! Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive!
Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the ways of experience or skills, or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end. And I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume.
Oh, benevolent locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side. Unless our instincts tell us you're guilty, in which case we will switch sides immediately. Get fucked.
Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant Miss Mikotoba Esquires. I am in your debt forever! I shall never forget this great kindness for as long... Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way to the courtroom at once.
All right then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's go.
Yes! What?
This is it. My second appearance in the British courtroom. My second trial against the Reaper. You're watching over me, Kazuma. This time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare the court to be in session. I now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord.
The defense is ready, my lord.
The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed.
Sorry, what?
Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur.
Do you have a point?
Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try and help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. Susato-san. After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
Oh, he's giving it a pour early. She fucking got him.
The Nipponese are a fascinating breed. Lord Strongheart tells me that you ride bicycles at walking speed simply to get around. Pitiful, really. Hardly enough to call yourselves cyclists. Very true. And a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course.
If you want to know what the fuck I'm talking about, feel free to watch the next VOD.
Here's to the acquitted and his unfortunate violent end.
Oh.
Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't. We didn't. That was just flirting. That was. You said, "Hey, counsel for the prosecution, counsel for the defense, can you affirm that you're willing to participate in this trial?" And we just bantered at each other. That wasn't anything.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public? And are you, Jelly Channel TTV, prepared to do, like, 7 voices right now? Right now, in this exact moment. Are you ready for that? I sure hope so.
Hold on a minute. I know this man.
You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear.
I'm sorry. Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, well, not me.
What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. You're on the jury?
I'm afraid to say it's quite impossible that mustachioed foreigner did the deed.
Good for you. Come on, what are you waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway.
Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
I get to reuse 2 voices.
Very well. Let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Zeeks. Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused of the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Soseki Natsume.
You'll be happy to learn that the old man juror is the singular voice Joe used in his streams. Awesome. Good for him. Good for him. No, this one. Good for him.
And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably the kindness has not been returned. In fact, this student is accused of a most sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. Knife crime! I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst! Bloody oath they are!
Just look at that shallow complexion and short stature. He's one of those dreadful Japanese.
Come on, let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3!
Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
I see we've established the bit.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hallowed chalice in this great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's my boy! That's my fucking goat, Gregson!
Your name and occupation, please. Yes, sir. Boss Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector? Victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be. Yes, having been stabbed in the back by an attack with a knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since.
Perfect Gregson voice, plus 20, thank you. I think his father was just named Greg. Possibly.
What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Comatose. I see. But her life is not in danger. Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray, elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, I'm gonna ask everyone to look at this street map. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, at around 5 in the afternoon. Happened on a pavement running alongside Briar Road, wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not been long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated at one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is a case file with everything we know about the victim so far. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please.
Case file. Okay, let's check out the case file.
What of the weapon that was used?
Check the court record first. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olive green, female, stout build, early 20s. I wonder if this will be a joke, maybe 5, 10, 15, 17 times. Location, pavement of Briar Road, east side. Officer Rolly B8? The victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from the single stab wound from the large knife, no other signs of injury were observed. The assailant was seen running away from by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day. Okay. Cool.
Sir, that A. Removing the victim's back.
Ouch. Big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now. With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman.
A scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose. A common or garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. Who are you?
Jackknife? Okay. The jackknife? Well, obviously we gotta play around with that.
Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume.
You presume? Flip it on open. Curious. Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing. You're right. Well spotted, Miss Sasato. I wonder what could have happened to it. Yes, you don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you? Oh dear, I do hope not. It sounds terribly painful. Did they clean the blood off of it, I presume? I would assume so.
From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she was a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord.
See,
Well, in that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim?
I gotta do a real quick cycle to see what we're working with. We're gonna slam, determined, cocky, point. Nothing there. Howdy, backseat! Just given the, you know, the old voice acting chops a whirl, as it were. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Yes! Yes! Well, when raising his hand. If theft and grievance have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? You're British right now, maybe you can be the Jam Channel TTV. Oh shit! Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Objection!
Objection! Well, what the what the fuck?
Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. But your words have soured its hallowed bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here.
What?
Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. Yes, sir.
I love this stupid little cone of extremely uneven potato wedges. Low poly potato wedges, my beloved.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred. There was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. There's been a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home to the bookshop, it seems. Just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and found a bloke to arrest him.
Curious. Curious.
Old books, you say? Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident. On a fucking Family Guy death pose as it is. Tragic, really.
Yes. I can clearly see the books of which you are, to which you are referring. I will take that photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector.
Crime scene photograph has been entered into the court record. Okay, let's just...
You Nipponese are a spineless breed. Too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Well,
Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it.
What are you doing, Mr. Sato?
Do go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now that you mention it, when we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened. Yeah, I have it right.
As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I was to went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. Green overcoat. Well, that's exactly what a woman in the print is. That's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing.
Oh my! Photographic print in full color! What will the world come up with next?
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing a woman in the back. I just adore the hard cut to the sideways A pose on the ground image. Yeah, it's just fucking... Doing his own one. There was nobody else there at the time. Just the two of them. The victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. In a fact that the accused concedes. Gonna do a real quick little slam there.
It seems this cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please.
Yes, my lord. Looking for it. Use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance. Let's see what we're looking for. His arrest. So it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Let's real quick. How do I want to check out evidence. 4:45. Okay, so that lines up. Early 20s. Doesn't list the time. Where was this? Your book, 17th February, customer. Doesn't say. Okay. Can we examine the book titles? Doesn't look like it. Actually, looks like someone knocked over a mannequin. Good. I don't know if I'm accused. The victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed into the pavement. Accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Let's press. Hold it! Mr. Natsume's belongings.
I think you'll find it's all in the photographic print of the crime scene.
Yes.
Yes, the 3 books on the floor.
That's right, my lord. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course.
The accused could easily have carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example.
He's very clever, isn't he?
What do you mean?
It's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had, even before we knew it was there.
You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back?
That must be what happened, my lord. Yes.
He looks like a Mario and Luigi character. I love it.
A number of books you just bought.
Let's press there. The defendant apparently visits the second-hand bookshop on a daily basis.
Yes, so I understand. Shop for all English literature.
I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
Collection was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. Closest second-hand bookshop to the accused lodgings is this place here, Bourbon Books. A place in the corner of Briar Road and Meerschaum Street. As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road in the opposite end, which means it doesn't take a genius to work out a route worth taking home. Something like this.
Local maps information has been updated. Okay.
Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop.
Are the street names supposed to be pipe names? Like Meerschaum Pipe or Briarwood Pipe? Possibly? Maybe?
Mr. Naruhodo, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
Yes, I agree. Most important point that the inspector just made being... The bookshop's name.
Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
What?
Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance.
Maybe.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, yes! It could be a very important clue. I really need to make a bashful sprite as soon as possible.
Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector. Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say.
Could the man be any more sardonic? He's on his way home from Bourbon Books, second-hand bookshop. Looking at the evidence, my good man, I do have to say, you're fucked.
Objection!
Objection! If I could stop you there, Inspector Gregson.
Oh, is it sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know.
This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books.
And you found that in the accused room, did you?
Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Go on.
What we got? This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
Your Books? Y-O-R-E, I presume.
Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. What?
Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop? Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that... well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection!
But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it.
Objection! Objection! Yes, but what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchased his musty toes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Objection!
Oh, going back and forth already. I disagree! I mean, after all, I have the street map here, if that might be of help. Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. Is it on the fucking other side of the street? If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually in another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all.
Would that be true?
My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare that it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said?
Absolutely. It absolutely could be right.
Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment? Obviously we looked into that. It turns out that Your Books is just here on the next corner of Meerschaum Street going east.
Maps information. Okay, well that doesn't that just doesn't change a damn thing. He would still go the same way. And there you have it. As you can clearly see now. Oh.
My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such witticisms. To your future career in the circus.
Put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you.
I, didn't think I need to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused is coming home from Your Books instead of Bourbon Books, there's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed. Yes, thank you, Inspector. Allow me to reiterate for my learned, if somewhat slow, Nipponese friend. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
You think Van Zieks collects the gold parts of the goblets he destroys and asks the glassblower to integrate them back into a new glass? Plus 100 souls? That was the exact same. Ah!
As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try.
What did I say, huh? Had enough of this now.
Beg your pardon? Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
Mr. Naruhodo. No, it's not ellipses.
Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up.
What do you mean?
The prosecution's assertion is correct. The members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
Ah, she's absolutely. You forgot that? Ryunosuke, come on, man! Keep up! Hi, Rosenlov, good to see you.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
Claims Saseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but raise an objection. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, this isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. If the defendant used the streets, look what happens. He arrived back in his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection! Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that route is what is commonly referred to as the long way round.
Ah.
On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home?
Well,
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime.
Objection. But, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home.
I've already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. That's right. As I said, bloke seems to spend his time wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. Seems he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home.
In other words, without a summary. Oh no, shit! I didn't notice. I'm sorry. I don't believe this. Give a little bow.
I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around the subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors?
But even if that's the case, the defense still... Oh shit. Oh, they're mad. Uh-oh.
I agree with Lord Van Zieks. Wholeheartedly and in every way.
What? I don't believe it. Does this mean...
We members of the jury are completely convinced now.
Uh-oh. Already?
Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Oh,
Guilty.
they have voices?
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
I did not expect that voice from at least half of these people.
It would appear the jury's leaning is unanimous.
He's fucking dead. It's time for summation examination.
To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably.
Mr. Naruhodo.
No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. It's time to tip the scales! Sorry, I can't control that one. Somehow!
Those are the eyes of quarry not yet willing to give up and die.
I'm so used to Joe's judge voice that yours catches me on the wrong foot every time. I'll give you a little hint. I'm just doing my Sakutaro voice.
So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written into antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago.
Call it antiquated if you will. But it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses.
Very well, Counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with a summation examination. Over to you.
Over to you. +2 to you on that one.
+2 to you. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Ford?
Of course we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nepalese whippersnapper and his
Honkus?
honkus refusal to throw in his eye.
Well, very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
For pity's sake, little Nepalese already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that a woman in green flashed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim.
The man wouldn't have just gone around the houses in his way back to the bookshop. Not in winter.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I got work to be doing.
Your books, yes. A nice shop, that.
Urban books. No, not worth a visit.
Alright, I've realized the voice that I should be doing for that old man. It's Taravangian.
With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused.
Based on some of his word choices, juror number 1, Mr. Fairplay, seems to be Australian. A criminal serving on the jury? Oh, that just sounds fine and dandy to me.
The accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear. Even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Oh, why did he have to run away like that? Are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible! How can we possibly make a case to the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. We want to force the trial to continue.
Yes, I know. We have to turn the tide. Make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least.
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You have the floor, Council. Begin your summation examination.
Yes, my lord. Just need to keep this trial going somehow. Whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke, you can do it.
Why is it? What are you doing standing in the middle of the courtroom right now? Are you gonna? Is he walking back and forth? What's going on? And with that, we're 2 hours in. Let's take a break. Mods, get that scran bet rolling. We're gonna take a quick 5, a 10, and I'll be back in a few. Stretch, get a snack, get some water, all that jazz. See you in a few. Alrighty, I'm back. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oops. Let's pull up that. No, stop clicking. Stop clicking. There we go. We're fine. All right. Pull up. Of course, Chandel and Scrandle, naturally. The classic. There we are. Nice and centered as it always is. The Saito Gambit, a classic opener. All right. Does Chandel have a Chan? Chandel does have a Chan. It's not in the database though yet. So as always, the Chandel database is from April of 2025, I believe. So there's going to be a lot of Chans who are not included in that lineup. Quite a lot, as a matter of fact. There is a Chandel Chan, but she is not in the database. Alright, so it's not Merrick. Chandel predictably predates Chandel Chan. Unless. Alright, let's see. Less than 9, not Merrick, not Persona 3, earlier than 2025. Okay. So it's not a Crystal Chan. This is tough. Is this maybe an EKB Chan? Is this perhaps Breaker Chan? No, not Breaker, not Breaker. Dev Chan. Nope, less than 5, later than 2020. Okay. Less than 5, later than 2020. Is this gray arrow next to the wheel Chan? Maybe. No. More than 2, earlier than 2023. Okay. I gotta say, I'm kind of nailing these probing Chans on this one. I feel like I'm getting some really good data from these. I'm like threading the fucking needle. All right. So 3 to 4, drawn 3 to 4 times, not by Merrick, in 2021 or 2022. And this is a Chan that's popular enough to get drawn 4 times and be in the database. This from 4 years ago. Database is only made in 2024, I think. So they're relevant enough to be drawn at least 4 times in the database. I don't think it's Jammy. I think Jammy has more. No, Jammy is not that late. Hold on. I think Card-Chan got drawn 3 times? Is it Card-Chan? 6? Really? Huh. And that was 2024 anyway, shit. That was a waste, that was a waste, that was a waste. Okay. God, what big games did Joe play in 2022 and 2023? Or in 2021 and 2022? Popular enough to get drawn again. Pish-Chan's been drawn too many times, so it can't be her. It's not a Merrick Chan, so that's getting a lot of them out of the database. Is this a Chan that I drew, maybe? Is this a C8 Chan, maybe Squeaky Chair Chan? Oh. 2025. Okay, she's a lot younger than I thought. It is a Stream Chan, though. That's been drawn thrice. A Stream Chan from 2021 and 2023. Yeah, this one is mistagged as well. Yeah. Learning to Draw Chan? Learning to Draw Chan would have only been drawn 3 times, but I don't think only 2 of them are in the database. And she would be counted as a Discord Chan. So this is a Chan that's a stream bit. Is this Joe on the phone? No, it's not Joe on the phone. Shit! Okay, who made it? Let's see, we're 6 questions in. Who made it? Who made it? By Chrome. Chrome? Yes, Chan, Dude Chan, Barrel Chan. Stream Chan by Chrome? I don't know this one. Huh. A Stream Chan by Chrome that's been drawn in Jan art 4 times? 4? Okay, hold on. No, it's not gonna be like No, Moncton's Writer Chan was gonna be wasted. We're not. It's not gonna be like that's actually Pish Chan. So I don't know this one. Holy shit. This is Elite Chan knowledge required here. Monocoin Chan? Oh, yeah, it's Monocoin Chan. Yeah, no, it's Monocoin Chan. You're right. It's for sure Monocoin. I forgot about Monocoin Chan, which is crazy because I drew her. I drew her. I gotta remember to come back to this more, man. I gotta remember to come back to this more. So many of them are just in the database because of this. Some crazy art from Chrome for the big collab, and from Fifi with a sex warning. Heads or tails. Kind of a banger design. Very fun. All right, that's today's channel. Damn, I could have done way better. And of course, the real main event. A quick spot of Tuesday Scran with Gregson by our side. All right.
Gentlemen and ladies of the court, can we choose it?
Yes, we scran. We absolutely scran. This is for those who scran after. Bonus round, if you're asking me which of these two I'm choosing. This biryani looks weak. These look awesome. Short rib poutine. What the fuck? You can bite on the unburnt side. Scottish pie. God damn, dude. Sharing box for sure. This is that's crazy. Only 73 is insane for that. Hawaiian loaded fries, hot dog, Hawaiian loaded fries. That looks vile, that onion on there. Ugh. Gross. Turkey bacon and stuffing bop, or Donner meat, chips, and cheese pie. Please don't make me vote for a Scottish pie again. Oh my god, why? Why did I should have known. I should have known. Mars Duo. For sure, Mars Duo. God damn it. God damn it. Another perfect scran ruined. Loaded chips or spicy sausage on a stick for 10 pence. I think it's still the loaded chips. These look kind of awesome. These look kind of awesome. Howdy, Moa. Hope you're doing well. What's your favorite pun currently? I can't say that I have one. Do you have one locked and loaded? Also, good to see you, Moa. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. 19 months. Michelada. Beer with lime, hot sauce, and chili salt. Price for one, $4.20. The jerk chicken is going to take it on this one because the pint buff is fake. Tomahawk steak. 100 and... No shot. No shot. WrestleMania has steak has aura. For the with an AI generated me looking at the price of $106 for a tomahawk steak. What? I was like, obviously the steak before Scradle stabs me and takes my wallet. Yeah, these both look bad. These both look really bad. These are just the driest nachos in the world, and it doesn't help that they're pulled chicken as well. I think the brat and the baguette. Christ. Hot dog for $5.55, or just an absolutely insane amount of food with some okay looking fries. God damn it, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It would have been 9. I should have known not to trust a Scottish pie. I knew this was bait. I knew it was bait. They showed me the worst Scottish pie ever compared to a completely uncooked dog. Damn. This one was just rough, though. Pure 50-50. WrestleMania Vegas, too. Goddamn. Me looking at those prices, I gotta hit him with the
Millions of fans are
Is this the birth of a new stream bit? God, I hope not. God, I really, really hope not. That's today's Scradle, folks. 8 out of 10. 21K! Wow, we're really moving some corn around. God damn. It brings me joy to know that no one even votes for below 7. You have so much confidence in me. Anyway. Where were we? Let's see. Already admitted it himself. The woman in green clasped before his eyes. Why, it can only have been the victim. Not in winter. Well, let's press him on this.
Sorry. Fold it, you say. Fold what?
No, what I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
And what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it must have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Just before 5, you say, exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh, yes. No mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry, not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head. It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. To myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
It's a great Terravangian voice, thank you. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road.
That's right. Corn pipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may very well be extremely significant.
Sorry, extremely sick. No, I'm quite all right now.
It sends a shiver down my spine to hear the members of the jury so convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt. But I can't help feeling some of their opinions are rather subjective.
Well, yeah, Sato. Their opinions.
Agree. It's the irrelevance of what some of them are saying that sends a shiver down my spine. But still, at least some of their assertions don't actually incriminate Mr. Natsume or anything. That's something. We must use that to our advantage, Mr. Naruhodo. Cunningly.
Yes, you're right. Listen to the jurors again, carefully. If any of their assertions are at odds, I'll pit them mercilessly against each other.
Yes, don't hold back. Pit them all against each other.
Why can everyone hear our thoughts today? Let's see. On Calabash Road, knock myself clean out, you know. Let's hit that against.
Objection!
Objection! Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning.
Law? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
My, whatever do you mean, sir?
Just over there stroking his beard.
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Unbelievable. Not like it was loud or anything. There's at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of secondhand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we're all well aware of this. The poor woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection!
Oh. Can we really be sure of that, madam?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. The same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my!
My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring, of course, to hard of hearing juror number 6!
Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman under the bench here with me today?
That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Oh, look at that.
My goodness me.
Sorry, you need to pee. And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road?
Therefore, the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6. It means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly, he's slamming the desk a lot, the crime scene on Briar Road where the old woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my!
Don't call Mr. Harden hearing out like that. You idiot old man! You hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there. We'd have boxed this off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
Did you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? A meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it? This is Democracy Manifest.
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but
You'd like to change your leading, I presume.
I do declare that I would. I would like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you.
And I would too.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind, is it? Well... This is Democracy Manifest.
I think I probably should have been doing a little Southern Belle voice for German too.
Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful.
Well, we've managed to change a couple of minds at least. Strengthened our position somewhat. And his debutante. That's pretty good. I like that.
Yes. And it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume, we might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. And Zeeks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Thank you, Counsel. On with the summation examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Well, we already know that's wrong. Back from behind. Let's press on this one.
Hold it!
Whatever is the matter, young man?
You're the wife of Mr. Garadeb, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume his room. Fucking...
The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid. The maid, you understand?
He's keeping up that charade? Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you'd been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean.
Well, I was told not to mention it until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice.
I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right. Although he's only been there a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this?
Oh my goodness me, yes. He's just the sort.
What?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous moustache. The man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him.
Oh no, they really are.
I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm. Nothing more.
Oh, you just called him a worm. Anyway, I'd better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She said enough damning things already.
Hold it!
Press is very normal gentleman here. You can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh, yes. Like you drew on the map, you mean? What was it? Calabash Road or something? Why is he... Precisely. It seems to me that what it counts as whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Well, yes, that's annoyingly true. Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yes. Why is all this true? Well, really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road. Gah! I'm supposed to be convincing you here. I have given it a lot of thought. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have taken Calabash Road, why he might have gone the Calabash Roadway, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honest, I would.
A reason why Soseki-san might have taken the longer way home. Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll sway the young man's opinion without one.
I have a new voice for this guy in my mind, if I can pull it off. Okay, I got work to be doing. What kind of work, perhaps, sir? Man's life is on the line here, sir. This'll take as long as it takes. Don't be clever with me now, son. My life's on the line, too, and so is my family's. Likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids.
Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
Go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. You're late, the work's taking, it's tough. It's time of year. The water and gas supply pipes burst to the left, right, and center. They have cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. Slog from dawn till dusk it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, just around the corner from where it all happened. By that old bookshop it was.
What? Another coincidence? Whoa, another coincidence?
That's right. Meerschaum Street it was.
Meerschaum Street. On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets. Only 3 of them. Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please.
What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with now?
Please, sir, it's important.
Fine, I'll do it then.
Alright. See? So, let's just... Obviously, we're gonna take a quick little peek-see at the map first. If he's digging up Meerschaum Street, then that would be a reason to go around. Hit that against this normal guy.
Objection!
Those 2 statements are clearly at odds with one another.
At odds, Counsel. Explain yourself.
Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear.
What? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3? Well, juror number 3?
Oh, me, sir? What do you mean?
Juror number 5's words just now were extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meerschaum Street, making it impassable, which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Meerschaum Street and down Briar Road.
Yes, of course! What do you think, sir?
Well, yes, you can't really argue with that, can you? Must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
Quit slamming the desk, man. So the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings.
Yes, I suppose he must have. I suppose that must be right, huh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice. Yes!
My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may?
Yes?
I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now.
See you, little cactus. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you have a good night. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened.
back to even, baby.
What about you, sir?
Who? Me? Well, all right then. There's a hole in prosecution's argument. It should be filled. That's what I say.
Glad Errol's not here to make a double entendre about that specific line. Maybe if Mouse is here, though.
Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The eyes, 2. The nose, 4.
Well, usually there's only the one, but...
So the nose have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
Objection! He's about to do his whole little bullshit. Yeah.
Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection, only to crush it in disgust? Pray, forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks?
It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer. Huh?
Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
Well, I haven't tricked anyone! Everything I've said is the truth!
Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir.
That's right. Took me the whole day and they paid me a measly tuppence for it.
Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me, do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no. 2 yards is a little less than 2 meters. Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all.
In other words, sumari, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What? What?
And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. Well, coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway. You just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time.
The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings about town.
Whoa! Fucking... He's yeek... Oh no! Fuck! Juror number 3's yeeking out! Oh shit, whoa!
Is that true? Is it?
The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Crushed in a single sentence.
And, old man... Old man? You can talk. You say that at around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Oh, I can't say I remember. You don't remember?
How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw. But I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it.
Sasaki somehow doesn't remember making a 6-foot-long jump on his way back home. Yeah. Oops, forgot about that one.
Order! Order! Lord Van Zeeks, explain yourself. My lord, if you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
First time chatter from I Hate Peeps. Fun fact, in French, Kazuma Asugi is Io Narosante. This is a pun on Qui honorer son pays. Literally, to honor one's country. Ooh, that's fun. My pronunciation, on the other hand, probably not so much. Very fun first time chatter. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you.
I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel.
Oh shit, oh!
So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
What are you talking about?
My lord, the prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand.
Also, it's specifically future tense, so that's fun.
Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
It's next witnesses? Mr. Naruhodo, you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident. Oh, it's gonna be those fucking two. Oh my god. Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less. Maybe not? I'm afraid that it's likely to be the prosecution's next... I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness. Right? No matter who Van Zeeks brings to the stand as his witness, and no matter what they say, I believe in Saseki-san. I know he's innocent, and I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over. Who the hell are these two?
Witnesses, please state your name and occupations for the court.
She's so cute. It's like I'm having cuteness aggression from this design. That's crazy. Oh my god.
Constable rolling beard, sir! Nothing to report on the street, sir!
Alright, well, off he goes.
And I'm Mrs. Beat. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say that I'm this young town hero's wife.
What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired. He walks the beat, yeah. Or rolls the beat. Interesting tidbit, in the fan translation for this game, before the localization was public, their names were swapped. Officer Pat and his wife Rolla. Okay, that's funny. Patricia and Rolly, or Patrick and Rolla Lola in Japanese. I see. That's fun.
Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed. Apart from rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check that meters are reading true. And they're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing our streetlights.
There are numbers of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all. I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I've collapsed long ago.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals.
Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is a man of honor.
In Japanese, Roland and Patricia Beat are Patrick and Rolla, with O'Malley being phonetically similar to Owari. Okay, that's O'Malley for Owari. That's very fun. And a man of slumber.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rolly? Constable Rolly Beat, sir! Nothing to report of the street, sir!
What a great witness he's going to be. If the London Bobby is in turn a criminal, it is his civic duty to arrest himself.
Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir!
Oh my god, he's dead. He's dead. He's just dying.
It was our wedding anniversary, and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. And all of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over of course, and then we went for help at a nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man at the dock. Rolly and I both saw him clear as day.
Froze me after aging past 23.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say.
Oh dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. Their testimony is true. The alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It's death knell, in fact. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
What an unfortunate bechancing. And on your wedding anniversary, too, Ryu.
Oh, I know, but I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. However, Chikashi, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Saseki Natsume. And one of these witnesses a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Whoa. Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking.
Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please.
Officer Rowley is an upstanding and decorated Bobby. Unlike those amateur Rowley cyclists who couldn't cycle 2 yards, let alone a 20-mile beat.
Fucking elitist cyclist, man. Zeke's so fucking stupid. Yes, my lord. Alrighty, let's get to it. Wedding anniversary and only statement for meals. No time to change after work. Alright. Fun fact, Ryunosuke's Japanese VA, Hiro Shimode, had difficulty pronouncing Susato-san, often slurring it as Susasan instead. It's fun.
Hold it! Let's hold it there. Scattered something? What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I just couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then we got closer, we realized what it was. Didn't we, darling? Yes, that's right. There was some old books.
Okay, I'm trying to see like what obviously the funny bit is like she's super energetic and peppy and he's sleepy, but I think they're also doing a bit where like she's like fairy tale princess-esque, and she's kind of yanking on his scarf, kind of like you'd pull on the string of like a wind-up talking toy. I think that might be the visual gag they're going for here.
I see. Old books. Will you?
Yes, sir! The culprit had dropped a number of them all around where the victim lay on the pavement.
Indeed, as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
That rotten Japanese man did that when he did the deed.
Hold it! Why would he do that? Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
But we saw him! It was a man in the dock without question, sir! Mustache, hunchback, cadillac eyes, top mouth, snap nose, everything!
Any more insults you want to throw in?
That's right! He looked down at that poor defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes!
That would be this one.
And then suddenly threw his books on the pavement and ran away!
I see. This is tough. It seems that they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Now please, continue.
Appeal to authority.
Yes, sir!
And he's gone. Of course. I feel like if we press on this one, she'll have to identify where the police box was.
Hold it!
Maybe. Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling? Yes, that's right. I asked Miss Beat to go. I was off duty by airport. Bobby's never truly off duty, of course. Obliged to stay and guard the sea.
Very laudable, Mr. Beat. Preserving the scene of the crime is a task of considerable importance.
That's what I said, Patricia. You see, I told her where to find the right police books.
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
Depends on the crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually my beat. So I told Patricia the way the police box for the beat the incident fell under so she could go and report it.
Renosuke and Kazuma speak English with a British accent because they studied it at their university. However, Susanoo was self-taught using essays and books, which means her accent isn't as refined. We were talking about this last stream, actually, about him having a little bit of a British accent. Fun.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of two model citizens.
Oh, please. You're making us blush. Isn't he, darling? Yes, sir! What Patricia said, sir!
This is fucking... Let's move on, shall we? Maybe we question the last one because she says as clear as day?
Hold it!
But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamp, would you?
Oh. We absolutely could! Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know!
Right.
light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yes, and what of the fog?
We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace for those of us who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Yes, all right, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband about?
Constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see. That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was that little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
Well, yes, it was the accused and no mistake. A mustache, a hunchback, cat-like eyes, no, it's unmistakable, sir!
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, can't be any question. It's Saseki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime. A minute, but upon hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. Beat saw what they say they saw. Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
Well, if that's true, where does that leave us?
Members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
No! What do we do?
If Kazuma-sama were here... Kazuma-sama? What are you trying to say? I think he would find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean, somewhere else?
Statement about seeing Mr. Natsume is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory is of the day is accurate.
Oh, right.
But simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in their statements somewhere. Sorry, put simply, Sumari.
That one.
We don't. I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Why do I always seem to be so up against it? Alright. Wedding anniversary. What time was it? Hold it! No time to change after work, you say. Are you also a member of the police, Mrs. Beat?
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rolly looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
Well, I just finished my beat. Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy. Why?
Oh no, Rolly, I much prefer you in that uniform. Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes. Oh dear, it doesn't seem healthy.
Kindly adhere to the point. You are going for a meal after you had finished your beat for the day, correct?
That's right, sir, yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending a whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir! As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end!
What's that now?
My warrant, sir! Proof that I'm a London copper! It says the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty to patrol the streets of London and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir! And for such a noble cause, I'll cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble. Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure.
So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then.
But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Beat puts up with a lot being married to a bobby like me, and I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
Oh, Pat,
Oh, Rolly.
Aw.
Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
If a little over the top, perhaps.
And then, kindly describe what happened next.
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so it seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it.
Okay, yeah, so she's using him like a doll. Like she's puppeteering him around, she's winding him up when he needs to talk. That's definitely what's going on. He's a little toy soldier, essentially.
What? No. Oh, no, it's not really about that. It's really not that at all. My husband's a policeman, remember, and I know what I saw. I remember every last detail, everything. Like, oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped? I could tell you the names of every single one I could. Every single one. And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is.
You should tell us what books.
That will do. No, it won't do it all. Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of.
Oh gosh, she's getting scary.
Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rolly will.
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please put your husband's fists down.
Perhaps you'd like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Mrs. Beat? Might that appease you?
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
No, he's fucking dead. He's done for. He's gone. Tell you the names of the 4 books, you say? Well, I'll press first, but you know what? No. Fuck it. Listen, we go hard or we don't go at all. Objection!
Objection!
So, you're saying that there were 4 books?
That's right. I remember all of them. The picture of Monsieur somebody, what's it yearnings, a meal for someone, and thingamies something.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat, but there's a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no! What? What flaw?
Simply that at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
This is the receipt from the bookshop where the defendant bought his books.
Your books?
Yes, and it details Mr. Natsume's purchase that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
Only 3? But no, that can't be! I remember seeing them! There were 4 books, I tell you! 4 dirty old books!
Oh, really? Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can clearly see from this evidence as well, there are only 3 books.
But I just don't believe it! I saw them there! I swear it! I saw them!
No, madam. I'm afraid your powers of observation cannot be relied upon. So it cannot be denied. Though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken.
Oh no! Oh no, no! No!
Their designs are so fucking cute, man. Well.
It's plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Japanese friend.
What?
What cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving. So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair?
He sees right through me.
But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Let me explain the toast. To the policeman's wife and her entirely accurate testimony in every respect.
Oh?
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
But what about the photographic print? Okay, so I was supposed to present the photographic print when she said 4 books, but it let me present his receipt as well, because it knows exactly that I was in the same place where he had 3 books, and 3 books are shown. It shows only 3 books?
Quite right. Only 3 can be seen in that print.
Of course, right. You mean to say...
Allow me to present another, one that shows the victim's hand.
Fuck off, dude!
Oh, did Greg fuck not tell you? It seems the Dewey Decimal Report has been updated. Your crime scene photograph is out of date. This picture doesn't show the full picture.
I don't believe it! It's the 4th book!
As you will observe, the 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
No. No! Foiled again! Oh, they are sharing a scarf. That's cute.
Order! Order!
There, you see? Look at that! Look!
Yes.
It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling? Yes, sir! Patricia's always right, sir!
Let us study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. Mrs. Beat, the titles once again, if you please.
Oh, yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
A picture of Monsieur Lecoq.
What's it, yearnings?
Canterbury Yearnings.
A meal for someone.
A meal for Gabbro. Gabarai.
Gabbro?
In fact, as the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save a few minor details. Mrs. Beat's power of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
Did you hear that, Rolly? The gentleman paid me a compliment. Yes, sir! Flawless, sir! Patricia is flawless!
But there are only 3 books on the receipt, and Mrs. Beat mentioned 4.
There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly, the 4th book is that which is shown in this photographic print.
The Lion's... Okay, yeah, the Lion's Pride. Monsieur Lecoq is a detective series. Van Zieks truly is the He is. He is. His powers of flattery are second to none. Where? The 4th book in the witness's hand.
I'm sorry, counsel, but does that not seem odd? Why should the 4th book be omitted from the receipt? It's not odd at all, my lord. My lord, my lad. As the photograph clearly shows, the 4th book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, sumari, it belongs to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book.
I wonder, what became of that 4th book? Kana?
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence.
You will submit that and the aforementioned photographic print to court, please, counsel.
My pleasure, my lord.
second crime scene photograph has been entered into the court record. The fourth book has been entered into the court record. Let's go check that out real quick. The prosecution rests. Yeah, the lion's pride. Can't find anything out of place. Obviously, it's fucking charred to shit.
Oh, look at this. This book has been badly burnt.
You're right. Never be able to read it in this state, especially not the latter pages.
What a terrible waste. Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
A book? Recently damaged by fire? Why does that seem to raise a red flag with me? Curious. And curiouser still. Can we not, like, open it? Then it's gonna have a little sign signatures as like, oh, property of Mr. Garrido, property of Mr. John/James Garrido. This update, Evan's update is entirely optional. You don't have to do it at all. Awesome. Well, we're overachievers here on the Jelly Channel. We aim to please. I have nothing further to add. What? You seem surprised, my learned friend. Wow, amazing of him not to play the race card on that one. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile. Or yeah, Gyarados, not Gyarados. That spurious longer route to the accused lodgings that you tried to establish in your summation examination. And the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination. Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
You see, everything we've said is true. Isn't that right, my darling? Yes, Pat! Marry me, Pat!
You're already... You are already married, yes. So perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions? Should the court waste any more time on this Nipponese travesty? Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already? You have heard all the witnesses and seen all of the evidence. The trial has run its course.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid we are in a terribly precarious position.
I know, but if I fight back in the wrong way now, it very well just make matters worse. Okay, show the book to juror number 4. Raise an objection.
Objection!
Objection! I'm not done yet. No, my learned friend. It's over. The last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed. The die has been cast. There's no more room for debate. Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... I can't think of what to say. The fucking true Susato stare. Me when I'm fucking floundering in the case as per usual, and my judicial assistant has to give me all the answers because she's the real ace attorney.
If I may, Lord Van Zeeks. It seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene in a moment like this.
Oh!
I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you'll have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential and her opinions invaluable.
Mr. Naruhodo!
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance. So, the court will hear you, madam.
Go ahead, Mr. Sato. Please. All right, well, time to solve the case. Let's go. Very well. Pray, what insight can you give us?
What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see fit to pursue further?
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for. The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment. And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible. You can examine evidence by pressing E and opening the court record, and then navigating to the new piece of evidence to look at it closer. In case you forgot. Just in case. I know you're very forgetful, Reno. Yes, I understand. And thank you, Miss Sasato, for being the actual person guiding this fucking shit show. Sit. Sasato-san has managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste. The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord. Oh shit.
Very well. The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight into this case and has hitherto been overlooked.
Take that!
The new one we just got! The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. Susa tutorial? That's pretty +2 on that one. The fourth book found in the victim's hand.
Objection! We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as you well know. Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. But I afforded you this opportunity. You led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue.
Your barrack voice is so good. Thank you. Aquamarinette. Awesome. Very nice first time chatting. Very cool chat name. Hold on.
So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, yes, my lord. It's, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence, which means you may very well be on the right track. Yes, I think you might be right. Derek von Zeeks is Drake von Piers. I believe the meaning is crystal clear. I see.
Precisely where is the vital clue to this case, which this fourth book conceals?
It's gonna... Sorry, hold on. Baboom.
Got it!
Got it! I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
The back? What do you... Good gracious! It's been burnt to a crisp, Uryu.
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing. I'm also realizing now I know the voice that I'm channeling for Naruhodo finally. It's not just some random plucky anime protagonist. It is specifically Robin, male Robin from Fire Emblem Awakening. I now have a new calibration phrase in that case, which is, it's time to tip the scales! I got it. I got it. Strategy in motion.
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Nipponese friend?
Oh!
Were I to concede a point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss.
Were I to concede the point, yeah.
So, should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day? Pray, do enlighten us all. What truth does this charred book hide?
charred book. All right, come on, you got it. Listen. A connects to B. There's a line between them. You know where they connect. You get it working. I'll give you extra points if you can come to the conclusion yourself instead of having Susato tell it to you like every single other one you've come to. There is just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. All right, I'll explain my theory.
Don't keep us waiting any longer then, Council. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage this tome has suffered?
Its owner. My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner.
I beg your pardon?
But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor after all. It's obviously hers.
Sorry, squeaky chair, squeaky life. The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hands has yet to be answered. However, Chikashi, as to the question of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers.
Good gracious! How can you possibly? Very well. I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. Do remember, the members of this jury may well burn you if your little gambit goes awry. Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of this burnt book?
These character portraits are cute. Are they related? No, I don't think so. Anyway, it's John Garadeb.
Take that!
Take that! The answer is that the book belongs to a couple who owns the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb. The landlords! And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know, but of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garadeb herself.
Oh my goodness, me? I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garadeb's wife. I'm his maid.
Things would be much easier if you would just drop the pretense. All right then. How about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house?
I would never presume to know all the books he keeps, sir.
Objection! Objection! This is outlandish behavior. The woman is the accused landlady, you'd say. You implicate this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection!
Very weak objection response. This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, and almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's house. Got done yourself with this PNG's jelly? Holy hey, Parkier and Honda, good to see ya. Happy to have you. I'm always surprised that people are still seeing these for the first time. But I'm more than happy to flaunt them, because I did do quite a good job on this one. One of my best, honestly. I'm really, really proud of them. Thanks, and good to see you, Parkier and Honda. Always happy to see you.
Good lord! What sort of incident, Counsel? Or you?
A fire, my lord.
Right as it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know.
Whole place filled with smoke. Didn't see a bully thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. Bully furniture started going up as well. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride.
The PNGs are wonderful too. I aspire to be able to draw at your skill level one day. My best advice is to draw fan art. Genuinely. Here, let me use front-facing jelly so you know I'm being serious. Draw fan art. I did not draw it all like 5 years ago, and then I started watching Joe's streams and I started to draw. As long as you have something that you want to like draw, and you want to draw, that's all you really need. Experience and skill and all that'll come with exposure. You just keep drawing more, and you just find stuff that you like about other people's art and try it. I have never, in all my years of art, sat down to practice specifically. I've done like warm-up exercises and stuff like that every once in a while if I'm like really in a rut and I need to just sort of, you know, like draw the circles, draw the cubes, all that stuff, draw straight lines. I do that, but I've never sat down to like study and practice art. All of my experience comes from just drawing and talking to other artists and learning from them and sharing what I have. So if you want to get to my level of skill, I can say with absolute certainty that you can. I think anyone could. Not to say that I'm, you know, unexceptional in some ways, or that my style is bad. You know, that's not to put myself down in any regard. That's just to say that everyone has that potential, especially with art. I wholeheartedly believe that. So, go for it. You can definitely do it. I could. Anyway, back to it.
Lion's Pride. Who are you?
By Jove, the very same title that's the subject of this debate.
Oh, dear me!
Objection! This is risible.
I'm sorry. Me whenever I'm completely fucking plastered and I see someone from across the bar that I have absolutely no chance with, but I'm gonna try anyway because I'm fucking wasted.
This is risible. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. In which case, it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garadeb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garadeb even amid the flames.
Oh, how awful! I can't even imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you, Rolly?
Absolutely not, sir! My Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir!
Anyway. God, I gotta drink some water. My throat is shot right now.
And all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of him, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Then the wife started hurling things at me. There was I, back up against the window under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen.
The man had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him. Goodness gracious! Are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Objection! Objection! No, a thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident, and there was no report in the Garadeb's window pane being broken.
It's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Garretips household. But it's not conceivable that the window... But is it not conceivable that the window was open at the time and...
Not even remotely. Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter.
Objection! No true Londoner fallacy. Some of us run especially hot, especially whenever we're in the middle of a house fire.
Does the defense postulate this scenario in all seriousness, counsel? Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garretib's wife?
I believe it's a possibility, my lord. It's quite enough.
Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little foreign trickster.
Oh my god, what?
You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward, a mean coward.
Really?
Claiming that our little tiff set the whole neighborhood alight, honestly. Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case. Not any of it. All you've done is sully your family's name.
No, I assure you, that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name to the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. I should box your ears. That's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable.
That's too right.
Here we go.
How long have we sat here now, listening to this Nipponi spouting out his fancy foreign theory?
Oh, I see. You're only objecting because you're racist.
But think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with a mustache, and he ran away from the scene, too.
I do declare you're right.
It's true.
Yes, what did I tell you?
Makes sense to me. Sorry, what's that?
Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Van Zeeks?
In truth, my lord, I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. But then, one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage.
No! Wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been... Oh, the full foot slam.
If books are your predilection, my learned friend, study them on your own time.
What? Oh, forgive the discourtesy this time.
Ahem.
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
Guilty!
Oh.
Guilty. Guilty.
Okay, no, she does have a Southern Belle voice to her.
Guilty.
Guilty.
She does keep saying, I do declare. What about another summation examination? Thank you for that unambiguous response. That's twice now. It's over. Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up. Stop giving up literally the second everything goes wrong. You fucking idiot. Excuse me. You foolish man. Miss Susato? Have you forgotten? The battle isn't over yet. You're not suggesting... Of course. The defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. Fucking lock in. God damn it. You could still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance. My lord, the defense asks to exercise its right to a summation examination. Again.
You believe you still have tricks up your sleeve?
I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. There's no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. Have they ever mentioned a limit to the summation examination? I don't think they have, no. Oh, man. Okay. How much longer is this next section of the trial? Ace Attorney heads in chat. How much longer is the next section of the trial? Be honest. If you're not honest, I'll know. I will know. And when I say real, I mean this real. 10 more minutes. 2 people saying 10 more minutes. 20 minutes. I don't know, apologies. How long did it take Joe to get through this section? 10 minutes is a lie?
That was a lie! I actually kin Kokichi. Who do you kin? Barrack von Zeeks?
Does anyone actually know the answer? Or you save my progress real quick. Where's Errol when you need her? I don't know, doing something stupid like hanging out with her wife or something. Nah, no growls for an answer. 1.5 hours? Is there a good stopping point in the next 20 minutes? Let me rephrase the question. Is there a good stopping point in the next 20 minutes? I had a minor delay. Disregard me. I see. You're literally on the save screen. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am. Okay. It's best to stop it for now. All right, we'll stop there. Well, let me phrase it another way. One more way. Is there a good stopping point within the next hour? Because I don't mind going a little long. No. Okay. Nah. All right. In that case, we will end stream there. We'll cut it short today. We got another stream later this week anyway. And we're expecting to finish it. Oh, I didn't mean to back up. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's fine. Don't worry. Okay. All right. We will call it there then. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, I'm having a fantastic time. I love Great Ace Attorney. I'm having a fantastic time with it so far. It's been really, really fun. Any theories before you go? Thanks to StreamJell, your voices are delightful. Thank you, Alduin. I'm glad people like him. Before stream, I always get a little self-conscious about them, and then a bunch of people compliment them. So hey, it turns out, fuck it, I thought it. I'm on stream. I have to say it for the clip. It's good to know that people like the things that I can do with my mouth. All right? It's good to know that people enjoy what that mouth do. Oh, man. Can you believe once upon a time, I was so nervous, dude. Public speaking is probably one of the craziest, most emboldening skills that anyone can ever fucking learn, dude. When I was in the 3rd grade, all right, I had to present something in front of class. I had to do a little presentation in front of the class. And I was so scared to do it, I would break out into tears, like inconsolable, shaking tears at the thought of having to talk in front of a group of people.
And to go from that to being able to, quite honestly, ruin my reputation on purpose online is kind of awesome. I think every once in a while, people need to take stock of where they started and where they're currently at. Because you lose sight of how much you've grown in so many different ways if you don't do that every once in a while. The idea that I'm able to do something like this when I began from there is inconceivable to me. It's kind of awesome how much a person can grow. Anyway, that's my really positive, genuine, insightful moment. Could Soul Killer imagine streaming? Fuck no, dude. Absolutely not. No shot, man. Absolutely not. Well, my username is still Soul Killer in some places, so I suppose he could. Honest to God, I think I'm gonna change my Xbox gamer tag back to that. It's just not the same, man. It's not the same. I changed it to like Cryptic Bagman or some shit. It's not the same. I gotta go back. I have to return to who I once was. I feel you can't have a gamer tag on Xbox and have it be called a gamer tag and not have it be something that makes the average person cringe. Alright? I gotta change it back. I need to. Make that your Street Fighter name when we play? I think I already set that as my Street Fighter name. Maybe I'll change my name in Tekken to that, though, instead of Jelly Channel. I wonder how people would react. Anyway, Pub, you asked theories. What am I thinking in terms of theories? I don't know. I don't think the Gyarados are responsible. I think the Gyarados are, like, adjacent to this, and they don't want any harm to come to their reputation, because they're already kind of in a really bad spot. So I don't think the Gyarados are responsible, but they're trying to hide their involvement so that, they can avoid any further, like, marks upon their reputation. I think, unfortunately, Case 4 will probably have the usual Ace Attorney, late game investigation problem of the first case is data, or the first trial is data, and you can't really glean anything that actually happened, because during the second investigation, you're going to meet a brand new character who it turns out is extremely important to the case, right? Like, fucking, as far back as the second case of the first Ace Attorney game, there's no way you can know what's going on with the case, because until you get through the first trial, you don't even meet Red White. So you have no way of forming a possible theory on what actually happened, right? So I worry that that might be the case, that, like, those two randos we met are probably, like, in some way responsible, one or both of them, and they're gonna appear on trial as witnesses in the second version of the trial after the second day of investigation. And that's what's gonna happen. I have to assume the rich person is probably gonna be evil, because rich people are evil in Ace Attorney games. There are very few people who have money and wealth and gems and jewels who are not evil in Ace Attorney. In fact, you could almost say that, like, having money is a sign of moral corruption in the world of Ace Attorney. If you're rich, you're, like, inherently debased in some way. So probably the rich person. In the great words of the eternal Forest Law, I hate rich people! Maybe, maybe I should learn how to play Forest Law. Maybe I should learn how to play Forest Law. Wait. Yeah, my bad! I keep forgetting. Forest was in 2 games. He was literally... Okay, so the reason I always think it's Forest is because the first Tekken game I played was Tekken 3, which is literally the only mainline canon game where it's not martial law. Or no, hold on. Which one is which? I can't remember. Is martial law the son or the father? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I don't really have a theory on what's going on just yet. Martial law is the real one. I see. Anyway, that's going to be all for me today. Slash raid. I assume Allison Dara is live. Is that right? Is Allison live? Just to make sure. Yeah, with Mommy 3, I see. On it then. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I had another delightful time. I will be back on Thursday afternoon, same time as today, with more Case 4 of the Great Ace Attorney. I think we're probably finishing next week. Be ready for next week, because we got a pretty stacked lineup for streams that I'm really excited for. So, until next time, have a good one, folks. See ya!